What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be drawing Bronny James, and as always I start off with my image that I get from Getty Images, and then I just start tracing around the edges to create the outline. As you can see, I'm just speeding everything up right here because it usually takes me about 20 minutes, so I don't want it to be too long. And this is going to be a fun drawing, man, so I'm just drawing it in Adobe Illustrator right now. And then I also have Lebron James and then Cavs jersey doing a block from when he was 18 years old. And then I'm just going to jump over into Adobe Photoshop at the end of this video and create a design so it looks like Bronny's playing against LeBron, and that'll look real cool, I think. Now, if you've been paying attention to basketball recently, you've probably seen Bronny on a lot of highlight pages, as you know, he's been playing a lot overseas right now. I think he's playing for like a select team in France right now, and obviously he's just finished his senior year at high school and he's looking to choose a new team for next year, which is exciting. I've heard lots of rumors about which colleges he's looking at. I've seen Memphis giving him an offer, he's been rumored to go to Oregon, but he's also been considering overseas options as well, so like NBL obviously is a big option. I'd love to see him go here because I work for the Breakers down in New Zealand, and this has produced a lot of good talent recently. Guys like RJ Hampton, Josh Giddey, LaMelo Ball, all those guys have played in the NBL before going to the NBA, and that'd be a cool place for Bronny to go. But honestly, I have no idea where he'll go, but I think it'll be interesting to see which team he picks before he lands in the NBA and plays with his dad. Let me know in the comments where you think Bronny's gonna go next year. Now, most likely after he finishes his season, wherever he plays next year, he's probably going to enter in the NBA draft. And LeBron's openly said that wherever Bronny gets drafted to or wherever he signs, that LeBron will go and sign with him, which will be real cool to see him play with his dad. Father-son duo, LeBron will be like 42 or something at the time. That would be pretty crazy. And recently LeBron just signed a 2-year extension with a player option, so it gives him the option to opt out as soon as Bronny is eligible to be drafted. Now, it'll be interesting to see NBA teams' draft strategy when it comes to drafting Bronny, because obviously he isn't as good as a prospect as his dad was. He's only 6'2" compared to LeBron, who's 6'9", and obviously not as athletic. He might be a better shooter than LeBron, but just doesn't live up to the same standards that LeBron put up when he was 18. Currently, Bronny is ranked 34th in the nation, so probably around like a second-round pick, but it'll be interesting to see if teams know that LeBron's going to go to that team if they draft him. Teams will take a higher chance and pick Bronny a little bit earlier in the first round. Now, I haven't watched much of Bronny's game recently, but I do know he has one more year left at high school before he goes overseas or to college, and I'm just reading this Bleacher Report article right here. It has him at 6'3", 190 pounds, and his NBA comparisons are D'Anthony Melton, Ayo Dosunmu, and Lonzo Ball. Now, it highlights that he has a high passing IQ and he's an unselfish player, kind of similar to his dad. And then it also says that he's a pretty good shooter as well, and that he has good defensive IQ. Now, if you've seen on House of Highlights recently, he just had a crazy chase down block that looked pretty similar to his dad. So it'll be exciting to see if he utilizes his athleticism just like his dad. Now, I kind of feel bad for him because he has so much pressure on him. Obviously, people expect him to live up somewhat to the extent of LeBron's greatness, but you know, I just hope he has a good career and doesn't really let the pressure get to him. Obviously, it's pretty amazing that he's been able to become as good as he has already. You know, like Michael Jordan's sons never made it to the NBA. But yeah, I just hope that he does well, man. Here, I'm just starting to shade and highlight everything in, and it's starting to come together quite well. I'm kind of happy with how it's turned out, and I'm just going to speed it up here until I get to the Photoshop part. So here I finished the illustration and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And then I quickly did another one of LeBron and the Cavs blocking him, and then I just resized them both to make them fit. Then what I did was chuck down a Cavs court and just clone stamped everything out just to make it more empty, and then just chucked it at the bottom there. And then here what I did was find another LeBron image on Getty, and then I chucked it into downloader.la, and if you put it into here you can download the image without the watermark, and it's a really handy tool. And then what I did here was just clone stamp everything out to remove LeBron from the image, just to make it a cool little background for the graphic. Right here I was just playing around with the exposure, so I turned down the brightness of the entire image, and then I changed the colors of the illustrations to match, and then painted in some shadows and highlights onto the players just to make it fit in with the environment a little bit better. So this is basically it. The colors didn't turn out exactly how I wanted them to, but I'm still happy with the overall concept of it. If you have any questions or suggestions for my videos, make sure to drop a comment, and as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.